And we are back to Benching and Bullshitting on the Kolb Strong Power Podcast. This is episode 14. Very excited to be here today. We just came off of a very long trip to Massachusetts. We're back, and I'm going live on Instagram to answer questions and talk about training, talk about what we did over the weekend. And like I said, we're going to answer a lot of questions. So wait till some people hop on here, and then we'll get going. But right out the gate, we went to Massachusetts this weekend, and it was pretty fucking awesome. We went through Boston. We also went through New York City. That sucked. Jesus Christ, people are cutthroat and dry on the interstates in New York City. It's like, can't you people just get on the road and just take a casual drive? Like, oh man, it was crazy. So New York City was awesome in a bad way. Boston was pretty cool. We drove through. We never stopped. We were in Hanson, actually, which is kind of like a southern area of Boston. We also went to Salem.
Yeah,
got to experience that small town. It's really a city, is it?
No, it's definitely a town.
Okay, it's a town. Walked around for 9 hours. 325 pounds of me walked around Salem for 9 hours. I was not feeling too cool.
Thank you.
By the end of the day.
It was a great trip.
Great trip. And then the next day we went to Hanson. We went to Mass Iron Gym and hosted my official second bench press seminar. That was really, really cool. Very inviting. We felt like family. It was humbling how nice crowd I had. Went out to eat with everybody afterwards. Went to Plymouth Rock to go see the Rock. It's just sitting there in the sand, cool, it's a rock, and saw a few things, got some ice cream, went back to the hotel, then drove 9 hours back home. So we are back. We are no longer in Massachusetts. We are here on our couch. We're here to talk benching and bullshitting. Again, this is episode 14, benching and bullshitting. So if you have questions, Instagram here, please drop them in. I am here to answer anything bench related, competing, training, bench shirts, the like. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep talking, and we'll get to questions when they come in. So this past week, I lost Thursday's workout. We're off Fridays anyway. Then I lost Saturday and Sunday. So to make up for that, went in today. I never go in on Mondays. I am off Mondays and Fridays. But I went in today, decided, normally on Sundays I do kind of a lower body day. So we went in and deadlifted. Yeah, I deadlift once in a while. And then just did some leg work afterwards. Deadlifts went pretty cool. I was pretty happy with the way. Got a triple PR, a PR triple, and on conventional. So I was pretty stoked with that. And then did lower body shit. Chi DeVille,
I think, yeah.
Got to go to Boston District area where shit goes down. Oh, okay. Doesn't sound like my type of joint, man.
We were going to go to Boston Harbor, but
well,
then we got up and we were like, let's just go home.
I just want to get the fuck home.
It's been a long weekend.
9-hour drive ahead of me. I just wanted to get out of there. And having to drive through New York City a second time, I was like, oh, God,
Jesus.
It
was not bad the second time.
The second time was okay.
Except for that bridge.
The bridge was, yeah.
Like, that was the only area where it kind of got tied up, and then everything else was great.
Yeah.
And then we were good again until we hit our normal DC traffic.
Northern Virginia. I heard all these talks, and people were telling me, oh, Boston drivers are crazy. Oh, they're such crazy drivers. No one goes the speed limit. I'm like, oh, shit. And then I go there, and I realize this is a cake. This is not... Oh, I live in Northern Virginia, where people are already fucking stupid on the road. And I'm used to it. We lived in D.C. for 7 months. So I have that to my advantage. The Barbell Viking says, building my reverse grip bench with the intent to swap out my... And then competition bench, tips to build the lift off for it. I do say you need to have the bar higher in the rack than you normally would. Get underneath of the bar a little bit more. You're going to bring the bar pretty much lower anyway. You're going to come kind of down to the upper abs, maybe belly. You're not going to bench on the chest. So get a little bit more underneath the bar, a little bit higher in the rack. The handoff will be easier. That's the main thing. Let's see. Delange Delange. Oh, Delangel. I deadlifted 550 for the first time today. Good deal. I deadlifted today as well. Not that I'm really good at it, but I did deadlift. I had fun doing it. Iron Chuck. Hey, Jimmy, I remember in your earlier Patreon videos on your non-shirted day, okay, you would do close grip, high rep with high reps. But now you have changed it to using bench tools. Which method is more effective? Well, you know, I'm an equipped lifter. I'm such an equipped lifter. I've got shirts sitting right here next to me, right?
Yeah, why is that sitting? I didn't even realize
Just to
it
use
was
for
sitting there.
for props in case I
Oh,
have to,
for the live. Okay.
in case I have to talk about something.
It didn't even occur to me that this is weird until
Yeah.
you.
So for an equipped lifter, listen to this. Like, I switched because I am not gonna bench 1,400 pounds by benching 405, close gripping 405. It's not gonna happen. What is gonna train me to bench 1,400? For pressing, 1,000 pounds, doing close grip movements with 800 and 900 pounds, reverse gripping 900 pounds. So those are things that's going to take my shirted bench further. So that's why I've swapped out and done, if I'm not shirted, I'm wearing some sort of piece. I'm wearing a Widowmaker or a supercharged RAM. That's why. Here we go. Cripple. Oh no. 1982. That's a good split for me. I'm a competitive bencher and I am paralyzed. Oh shit.
He's asking what is a good split.
He said, what's a good split?
Yeah, what's a good split?
I thought I said if he was, okay. What's a good split? If you're a competitive bencher, so I'm assuming paralyzed, you mean from probably the waist down. If you're still benching, you have the upper body. I would say you definitely have to bench twice a week. No, I would say do your upper back twice a week. You're gonna have to do both. Your back volume should be higher than the volume on your front. So if you're doing all these sets of bench and all these sets of upper body for the pressing and stuff, you gotta do even more to your back. So maybe 2 and 2, like 2 pressing days and 2 back days. That might be fine. Chi DeVille again. Well, if you're in Boston, you got to enjoy your time here. Well, we did enjoy it.
We weren't like in Boston.
No,
Boston,
we were close. Like Salem
we were
was
around it, yeah.
from Hanson to Salem was like an hour 10, hour and 15, and then obviously we were in Hanson, and then we went to Plymouth.
Yeah.
So we enjoyed our time. The Barbell Viking. Tips to build a lift off a reverse grip bench press and for tips switching to reverse grip for competition. Just do it, do it, do it. Practice, practice, practice. That sounds so dumb and repetitive and overused, but you have to practice it. I pronated benched. I pronated grip raw for 16 years before I picked up on how to reverse grip. Specifically, my variation where it's held between these 2 fingers. Not the full traditional reverse, which I can't even physically do. Just got to practice it. Like anything else, just do it. Like I said, the lift off, you need to be... my variation is like this, the full Anthony Clark reverse grip, if you watch him doing it, they had to his hands would be facing the rack. They had to pick the bar up, twist it in his hands, and then give it to him. So it was like a 2-parter. Mine, you can get more underneath of it, and you don't have to twist it and then hand it out. So try my variation.
I'm surprised that bar never
What's up,
rolled
Cody?
in his hands.
Yeah, he
or
was.
did it? Did
no,
he ever have any accidents with it?
I don't think he had it. I think he was pretty proficient with it. But he was kind of the Barbarian brothers were kind of the original guys who made it popular. Then Anthony Clark obviously was the heaviest bencher in the world at some point. Good to see you on here, Cody. Nick, G711. Jimmy, how important is glute activation for you in the bench? And how would you set that up best? Well, squeeze your ass as hard as you can. In reality, and Amber was one who kind of pointed this out, Amber and Katie, if I squeeze my ass, it's going to push my belly up a little bit higher. I mean, we're talking not even like an inch, but a little bit, but even this much in a bench is like a mile. So yeah, you have to, not a single part of your body can be loose or not tight in a really heavy bench. Your hands, your forearms, tricep, bicep, chest, your breathing, your stomach, your legs, nothing can be loose. So I think it is very important, yes, absolutely. Joel Hicks, I believe, will you be putting your seminar from Boston on Patreon? Yes, I will. It is very long. I talked for 2 hours and 48 minutes.
Yeah.
And then we worked out, so I had like 6 or 7 guys in shirts afterwards.
A lot of the stuff, this is why I really love the in-person seminars, because a lot of the stuff and the information that those guys got was like during the hands-on portion. So like the almost 3 hours was great information, but then the part that's not recorded of everyone working out was also just so much stuff.
Yeah, it's I have no limit. I have no time limit on these seminars that I do in person. I talk for as long as I need to talk, 2.5 to almost 3 hours, and then we work out afterwards and get some hands-on stuff. So yes, it will be going on Patreon. I just have to segment it. I have to put it in segments because it's so damn long, and to download it on YouTube and stuff, I can't do it all at once. But it will be going on Patreon. I had a mic, but it didn't work.
Yeah, which I was really bummed about because it even fell off halfway through and we reset it.
It didn't work at all.
No.
Just the whole thing.
So
it will be going on. Yes, I will try to be getting up here in a couple of days. Chick DeVille, again, Chi DeVille. It's just busy in Boston, says me, Pauline, but venture out and go to North End where the Italians are because you like to eat. So that's where you go. Have a great time, especially with your wife. Absolutely.
You do be liking to eat.
I like to eat. Let's see. What wrist wraps do you use? I currently use the Anderson Powerlifting KLA 5000s, 36-inch. The strongest, stiffest wraps they've ever come out with, and they're all black. Finally, Anderson has an all black wrap. Fantastic. I've been waiting for years, and I'm so exclusive, and I'm so dedicated to Anderson that I've never, even in secret, never even used a rival wrap at all. So to finally have an all solid black wrap, he messaged the entire team and said, "Hey, with these new wraps, do you guys want them to be all black or all green?" We're like, all black, unanimous decision. Let's see. Thomas, I'm going to get to your messages. We just got back from Massachusetts. I'm a little bit tired, if you can tell. I'm trying not to yawn in front of the camera. So I will be getting to your messages. I see that you've been messaging me quite a bit. Normal for newbies, like me with a supercharged RAM, to have the insides of my arms a little bit red and sore. My armpit almost connects to inside bicep or wears a t-shirt. That's normal for
any kind of gear,
pros, experts, myself. They rip me to shreds. I get marks across my chest right here with a supercharged RAM. Very normal.
I mean, your triceps have almost calluses.
Yep, I get
on the back of them.
Callus on the back of my arms. So you're gonna, that's gonna be a normal thing. So just expect that from this point forward.
And it might even go from a little bit of red sore. You might get bruised.
Yep.
You might have bruises that go across. That's material that's digging into your skin, and as your skin is being pulled, and that's being pulled, you're just gonna have marks.
So that's normal. Don't worry about it. Diesel Strong. What ply do you use on the Widowmaker? I have a few of them. I have 2 single loops and 1 double loop. I'm not saying ply because of the nature of how Widowmakers and similar tools are built. If you look at a double loop Widowmaker, each loop goes across the chest twice. So if you look at the middle where it's all sewn together on your chest, there's actually 4 layers going across. That's why I refer to Widowmakers as single loop or double loop, not single ply, double ply, because it's not actually single or double ply across the chest. The Barbell Viking. For the full send page, I'll be doing a spotting video on band shirts. Oh, fantastic. Any new developments you can shout out on things to watch for since our discussion at the Bench Bash? I honestly,
just stay close.
The thing is, I have the benefit, I'm going a little bit sidetracked on my own personal experience, but I've handled 11, 12, 13 plus in my polys before handling that kind of weight in my band shirts. So that's a situation where I'm strong enough to actually handle the weights that I'm handling in the benchers. Some guys are handling weights that they probably should not be handling.
Because you've had things go wrong with 1011 where it's helicoptered and you've been able to steady it and keep it in your hands. Because with these shirts, if the bar goes out of your hand, it goes. So as far as spotting goes, they need to stay super close, but also make sure there's not even like a tap on those bars, because anything, like a whisper of a tap, could send that out of their hands and it's out. I mean,
you got
just like throws those
you
arms
guys know what the fuck you're doing. I don't have a lot for you because you guys are pros.
I would say it's the same as in a poly shirt.
Yeah, just fingers laced, following the bar.
And have body savers, not just face savers.
We've talked about the body savers being adjusted up and down per lifter.
Yeah.
So when a lifter goes to a meet, you need to give the table your monolift height and your bench rack height. Yeah. Hey, that bench rack height and a body saver height. So each lifter, Joe Schmuckatelli is up, rack height is 2 hole showing, spotter arms is 5 hole showing. Like, that needs to be no question.
Yeah.
And even like double verified by maybe one of y'all watching them, like, set the bars high, take the empty bar out, belly up like they're going to touch, and then simulate a drop to see if it's like, okay, like if it drops, it's going to fall a half inch and it's caught. They say, oh yeah, my face height is, my body saver height is 2 holes showing. And they go to do it, you guys watching them, and it's like, well, if you drop that, it's going to sink into you a half a foot before it even touches. That's not safe. It needs to be like almost monitored, because it's the safety is going to be paramount.
Yeah.
So other than that, no.
Also, I think
you
one
guys
other
are doing
thing
great.
that's helped our guys with the handoff and with the spotting is in these shirts, we don't need them in poly, but the boxes that they stand on.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Leverage.
With heavier and heavier weights, guys, my team found it to be extraordinarily beneficial, and it's at no advantage, right? It's not like an extra hand on the bar. It's not something cheating, but for the spotter's sake, having deadlift blocks like these thick ones, we have like 6 inch or 8 inch or something. Having blocks for the side handoff guys to stand on to bring them higher up. So instead of having a handoff like this, they can hand off with their hands way down here and use their entire body, not be limited by their hands.
Yeah,
that's
and
one
it's
thing.
Helping their like shoulders and biceps, and then same when they're spotting, they don't have to try to catch it.
They're not going to try to catch it with their arms. They're going to catch it with their whole bodies.
Their whole body, and that's really helped.
Yeah, that's made a huge difference in my gym with what I've been doing.
I think that's it.
I think so.
Kind of sums it up.
What motivated you to chase the world record? Just, I don't know.
Well, you weren't. You were chasing yourself.
I've always chased myself. I just happened to get to the point where I was at the record.
Mm-hmm.
But who doesn't want to be number one? You know, I think that's just human nature. Let's see here. Get down. Try and catch up here. Sorry, guys. Oh, Germany. Well, guten Abend. I think it's nighttime out there, right?
How far down did you go?
At Marlin right now. Oh, yeah, vielen Dank, Marlin. Thank you.
There was, how do you warm up for bench?
I missed that one.
Yeah.
Empty bar, 1 plate, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, throw a shirt on, 7 plates, 1,000 pounds, and I get to how much my working weight is, 1,200, 1,300 pounds. Pretty basic. Nothing's secret with how I warm up. Wes Jacobs, 33. When would you advise switching from raw to equipped? Whenever the fuck you want. That's up to you.
Personal preference.
Personal preference. I would recommend at least a very strong base of strength before you did it. But like for inspirational purposes only, I guess. I lifted for 4 years till from 14 to 18. At 18 I was benching 460 or 475 raw at like 220 or I don't know what the fuck I weighed, 220 or something. And then I got into a shirt at 18. So I had a really good base of strength, and I continued to work on that my entire career up until very recently. So whenever you want. Reed, W23. What is your favorite post-workout meal for recovery? Whatever the fuck Peter Panda, Wendy's, or Panda Express, sorry. Arby's. protein shake or a weight gain shake. I mean, just
Chicken and rice.
I'd come home and just pop open the rice cooker and just get a pound of rice and some chicken and salt and just fucking snack on that and pass out shortly after.
A lot of carbs, I guess.
Oh, Jerry's screaming.
Jim.
What?
Leave him alone.
Fuck him. He's old and screams.
No.
Thomas. Yes, I can tell. I know. I told you there too. No worries. Okay. Good, Thomas. I see you messaging me. It's just I haven't gotten to him. I will be getting to that very shortly. Let's see.
Yeah. Then he said it was almost like he scraped his knee. Yeah, it's totally normal.
It is.
What goes wrong?
That's
marks
not
on his chest from the ram.
And the tighter you wear them or the heavier you go, you're gonna see it happening more and more. It's just gonna keep happening. Don't worry about it. It is normal. Let's see. Owen.
Not enough feds have spotter armed or body savers. Agreed.
Yeah, no, they don't. Not at all.
Let's
see.
Too.
Owen's on here. Yeah, no, I think, honestly, that it's irresponsible for a meat director. And we, as lifters, we have to sign a waiver of liability. We do.
But also as lifters, at some point, it also has to be your responsibility to know that you're signing up for a meet and supporting meet directors and federations that put safety first.
Yep.
If we don't know the meet director, if we don't know the federation, and we want to do a meet, we always call and find out what kind of bench they have.
Yep.
What if they've got a spotter, so like
what kind of
their
bar.
body arms, yeah.
And so, for one, it's two responsibilities. One, as a lifter, be responsible. Look ahead and know you're going to a competition that's going to actually be safe for you and every other lifter. Two, it should be. It's irresponsible of the meet director to not give a fuck and not have those on their bench.
Yeah.
I see a lot of SPF meets, specifically. A lot of meets that don't have them. Or if they have them, they don't use them. They just leave them down at the very bottom, and they never move up and down.
And we don't say this because we're discrediting the spotters. You could be the greatest spotters in the world. We love our crew. We trust them with his life literally every single week. 1,400 pounds. But it's not fair to Jim, and it's not fair to them to have them be the only line of defense if something goes terribly wrong.
Yep. It comes a point where you have to really have that discussion with yourself and your people and be like, it's just, I won't ever go to a competition, go to a gym, bench in a gym that does not have the body savers.
Yeah.
I won't fucking do it. I want to live. So.
Yeah. And you could be the greatest spotter in the world, but 1,400 pounds.
Safety is paramount. Yes.
Is fast.
Yep.
Deadly fast.
Cheryl 3 Karen, are you going on the Table Talk podcast anytime soon? I'm waiting on an invite.
Dave did say, we just listened to one of his podcasts where, the Matt Wenning.
Yeah.
Where he said like they're booked up all the way through November and they've still like got a whole list of people. So we're moving to Ohio. I'm sure that it'll happen at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But as of right now, Dave is very busy with it. If you guys don't listen to Table Talk, you should. We listened to it all the way back from Massachusetts this weekend.
It kept me entertained.
It was very good.
For the 9-hour drive, it kept me entertained. Yeah. Dexter Bedeau. At a certain strength threshold, don't you think it's beneficial to bring your own spotters? I bring my own spotters to every fucking meet.
Yeah,
I can only not bring them when I fly to Texas or we fly to Florida.
Yeah.
But if it's within a driving distance, my entire crew makes the effort to be there.
Yeah, and that's part of having a great crew.
Yep.
And not just random people that you happen to lift within a gym, but an actual crew that they want to be there to celebrate with you and be part of that moment.
Well, that's just a team effort. I mean,
yeah, just like we go to their meets and want to celebrate and do stuff
I want
them
to be there because this is not just me.
Like they're there every single week. They also get, this moment.
Genital. Let's see. I'm
like genital.
Genital 3. I don't know if those are supposed to be like a pair of balls at the end.
Maybe.
Like genital with.
Maybe. Unless that's just
That's
his
clever,
last
unless
name.
it's something.
We're sorry if this is not.
Well,
how
it's
we're
ironic
supposed to
because it
say
looks like a pair of nuts.
Anyway.
I'm 10 weeks out from my very first meet, bench only. Good man. Following all your advice the last few months, I'm already stronger than I planned with the Super K.
Cool.
Super Katana. You're welcome.
Congrats.
You're very welcome.
Also, there was one up top that we missed.
Hmm.
Would there be a benefit from switching from feet forward on heels to feet back on toes?
I think you will actually see a decrease if you do that because you're going from having a strong position where you're actually leg pressing your legs to where you're actually using leg extension, which is weaker. So, and you're going to sacrifice stability. So no, I think you're going to lose something. So I think you should just stay out front.
Yeah.
Alexander Amond, of course. What's going on, Alex? After this weekend, I want to take the next step in equipped. Would you suggest starting with the Widowmaker first or take the full step into a shirt? Well, you guys I saw a lot of SDPs. They're stretchy.
Mm-hmm.
I would
say shirt because they have the rams and stuff there at Mass Iron.
Yeah.
So he could use those, but if he went with like a single ply shirt to start
either
out,
a single or a double.
Or a double even.
I would go with a double.
He's strong enough for a double.
You go with a double. You go with a double F8 shirt from Anderson Powerlifting there, Alex. I think you're going to be fine with that.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll have any trouble with that. Just go straight into a shirt.
I think so too.
Thomas says, in my opinion, spotters should be like certified or something for official meets, seeing how often IPF shit goes wrong in general. Yeah, they get fucking teenagers and high schoolers up there that spot like this, like with their hand. Yeah. Plus like monolith set of attached adjustable catchers spud straps. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's Joe. You've messaged me a ton. Okay.
Okay. So is Natale just like your last name?
It looks like genital, like you said.
I know.
But
we should stop saying it.
Okay.
I feel bad now.
Sorry.
But yeah, Thomas, with the spotters, in an ideal world, that would be amazing to have certified spotters. But I know a lot of meets just struggle to find people to help them. They just hope that enough people show up to have spotters and loaders on the platform. So if we could, find more people that want to give back and donate and stuff like that.
Well, then you got the Full Send guys.
Yeah, I was.
They actually have videos of teaching how to spot properly, spot big weights properly. They have an amazing, just like this is an amazing product right here.
The main event.
Main event. You've got the Full Send.
The Full Send Initiative. Look them up on Instagram for sure. Follow them. Watch their videos. They go over so much stuff. It's amazing.
You said his last name correctly.
Haha.
But then you might, if you have professional certified spotters, that might be like a career option for some people. You're gonna have to pay them.
Yeah, and you should.
Which you should, but like that's gonna be a thing. Like we have these certified spotters who are excellent guys. Well, then you're gonna have to pay them.
Yeah.
But that's great. I think that's what we need. Spotters should be paid. Judges should be paid. But the sport is just
like if you have never been a spotter or a loader at a meet, or been to a meet that's 12 hours long that had the same 6 guys, like they work the hardest out of anyone in that room all day long.
Yep.
They absolutely should be getting paid.
Absolutely. Raw Strength Physical Fitness. What's up, man? We'll just say Joe from now on. Joe.
Yeah.
I asked my meet director for the 9-3 meet if I was able to buy and use an F8 for a future meet. He said the USPA does not allow them. Why is that, and will they ever? Why don't they? Because the USPA sucks.
Because they don't allow it in their federation. I'm sure once it gets voted in,
it won't.
if it ever does.
I don't think they ever will. It's a not gear friendly federation.
There are still several federations that don't, because it's not a poly bench shirt material. It's completely different. It does have more safety risk, not just with the things that go wrong so quickly, but also with people holding weights that they, like you said earlier, probably have no business holding. Obviously, we like them and lift in federations that have them, but I can see why other federations don't.
I mean, this is very different.
Like, show how you can like fold that up and stuff.
Oh, yeah, like this, I can stick this in my back. This is a single ply Super Katana.
For those on the podcast, oh yeah, he's holding up a single ply.
I can almost just fold this thing up and.
We used to go to meets and be able to like just put that in a book bag.
Yeah,
and take it with us.
Now I can go and compete. I can put this on a plane or something.
We never had to check bags.
As compared to having to check one of these goddamn things in on a plane. Ooh.
It's the big F8.
Yeah, so.
There's no folding that.
No, this is actually a new double ply from Rob.
You could literally put this inside, like roll it and put it in the sleeve.
Right in the sleeve. Yeah.
And just like store it that way.
Oop, right there.
Bloop. Yeah, because one is fabric and one is not.
I mean, this has fabric, but it's comprised of bands and wrap material and stuff. But yeah, so thank you, Rob, for this as well. But I wanted to show you that.
Yeah. So Joe, what I would say is just do a federation that allows those shirts. Don't let a federation hold you back from what you want to get out of the sport. Just do another federation.
I don't see like I said before, the USPA is very, very biased. At least the USAPL is consistently assholey, like to everybody. But they allow single ply, yada yada. USPA, it's like they only want raw people in their fed. You're better off going somewhere else. Just it's not going to happen because I don't even think Steve Dennison likes equipped lifting at all. Wes Jacobs, 33. I've helped at RPS meets to give back. Good. Keep doing that. I have done the same thing. I've done the same thing. We're going to do it again. Going to help judge a meet for Alex here next month in York, Pennsylvania.
The 23rd?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The week after your meet.
Let's see. Raw Strength Physical Fitness says, planning on going 500 raw tonight to shut these people up. Well,
I'm assuming he's getting...
Hey man, like, if you want to go for 500 raw for you, for here, then do it. Don't do it to please others. Don't do that. Fuck people. If they think, so what? If they think, oh, what do you do raw? I tell them a can of corn. Like what do you? I'm not, like I said. If I go raw, it's because I want. That's what's best for me at the time.
And if you feel healthy, like,
but don't
risk an injury.
Do you compete raw? No, you compete equipped. You're gonna bench raw, and to hurt yourself. I'm not saying you will, but like it's risky.
Yeah, it's more risky.
I'll say it this way: I'm not gonna go raw to prove something to other people, because fuck that. That's not what life's all about. Mm-hmm. It's something I don't even compete in. If I hurt myself, I'm natural still. I'm not gonna recover from that in a month. Now I'm fucked and I can't compete at all, even equipped. So, be safe, okay?
Yeah, but cool on the 500.
Let's see. Saw you on the Hoff table talk. Oh, he must have been in the chats.
Yeah.
Also, greetings from Germany. Well, vielen Dank. Thank you.
I hope you're saying that stuff right. You have been practicing. So. You have been practicing your German. So
I think so.
You probably are.
Ich bin ein Spezialist für Beidrot. Me.
I have not been practicing German, so I do not know.
Raw sucks, equipment rules. That is a fact. That was exactly my point, Thomas says. Like, if you fly to Texas without a team, I think it would help knowing you're safe and that you have, like, a solid 3 to 5 man. And then additional help around that can step on. I mean, that happened to me in Texas. That happened to me in Florida. And I felt safe because
we knew ahead of time. So, again, this is where the responsibility of the lifter comes in. We knew who was going, who was bringing their team. Like, we knew that Bane and Kyle and all of them were going to be at WPO and they were going to be the spotters, so we were 100% confident there.
Yep.
And then we knew in Texas that Rob Farrell's guys and Logan were going to be there, and that we knew that we had enough big lifters that were going to be around that would be good. It was just a matter of figuring out who it was going to be that day.
If we knew for a fact going to Texas or Florida we weren't going to have a crew, we wouldn't go.
Yeah.
Because it's not worth the risk.
Yeah.
Let's see. I get much more out of my F8 than I do my shirt, sadly. Well,
everyone does.
I think everybody does.
It's a different shirt, yeah.
Including me. I mean, my 1120 single ply is 200 pounds behind my unlimited bench.
Yeah.
You know, big difference.
And that's kind of the difference that we've been seeing is everyone gets about a 200-pound increase.
Yeah, give or take.
To like their poly bench is what a general rule we've been seeing.
How do you wash those band shirts? Not a clue.
I
don't think I'm going to because I don't want. I think I heard about somebody like washing one like through a car wash, like with the big handheld thing, and it actually like ruined it. I mean, it lost all of its retention.
I can see that, but also it doesn't. I think it doesn't get as much like guck as a poly does because it comes off as soon as you're done. Like it's on right before,
Yeah.
off.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like the polys, you're walking around in them. There's sweat.
Sweating in it, yeah.
I'm gonna stop there before I start gagging.
I don't think they're washable. I think they probably are. What's up, Matt? Good to have you on here. But I would ask Rob. Ask the man himself.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it makes sense to be like, oh yeah, power wash it. Like that'll work. But then like, is that gonna blow stitches and stuff out? You know?
Yeah.
Or like, will it ever dry?
I don't know. Yeah, that too. Alex says, having spotted many, many meets, he discovered how much really happens on the platform that lifters never see. Mm-hmm. Very wise words. Raw Strength says, okay, boss, I understand what you're saying. If it's good for you to do that raw, then do it. Yep. Only if it's good for you.
You have nothing to prove to people on the internet. Because the internet people aren't going to get you those records that go in open powerlifting for all of history. You are.
He said my German's not bad.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. It sounds good to me. I just don't know what you're saying.
I tell people the equipment is to hold me together because I don't have Tren and GH to hold me together. Yeah. People get pissed. I mean, I'm glad I haven't gotten any harsh words. People get pissed when I say I'm drug-free, but it's like, it's something I'm proud of, and I'm not going to, like, not say it. You know what I'm saying?
Being drug-free?
Yeah. It pisses people off. Your opinion against band versus reverse band. Oh, okay. I think they both suck. We don't compete with bands pulling down on the bar. We don't compete with bands pulling up on the bar. I think reverse bands pulling up has its place sometimes.
For like overload.
Overload, getting confident with really heavy loads. But you're better off training how you compete. We compete with a barbell straight weight. So get efficient with a straight barbell, straight weight. How much you eat today? Nah, just normal.
And then he asked how many calories you eat.
Oh.
You had what? Chinese food?
Mm-hmm.
And a sub?
And a sub. Weight gainer. Probably between the food and the weight gainer, I average between 4,000 to 5,000, maybe 6.5 on a really big day.
You haven't eaten that today.
No, not today. I'd say about probably 4 or 5.
Yeah.
I'll have one more shake tonight. That'll put me about 4 and 5. So, I'm not eating like 12,000 calories a day.
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? So, Paul's on here. How you doing, Paul? Good to have you up on the Benching and Bullshitting episode 14. Matt B. Let's see. I ordered the nasal pillows. Good for your CPAP, like we had talked about the other day. Good. Yeah. I'm glad you ordered them.
We were just telling a couple other people at our seminar this weekend about it because that was one of the questions. Like, what is your best tip on recovery? And the answer is literally just sleep.
Sleep. Good. Like actual sleep where you sleep solid. You don't wake up 4 to 5 times a night to piss. You don't choke awake and and snore like a fucking lawnmower. Actual good sleep is probably one of the absolute greatest tools for recovery. Thomas, then again, the best equipped single ply here is like $750. He's talking overseas, followed by $645 in the 285, 232 class. Damn. So that might speak volume about the lack of popularity. Yeah, I can see that. I think I'm at the bottom now. I am. Biggie Swoles. Hey, thanks for the spray adhesive tip at the Pro-Am. Good. Just gotten Multiply shirt and it works.
Hell yeah.
I knew it would.
About Marucci.
Marucci baseball bat spray. Use that shit. I should probably invest in stocks in that fucking company.
We keep saying that, but we also don't know how to.
I don't know how that fucking shit works. It just sounds good.
Someone knows how to do that.
Because I buy so many cans of that fucking shit and go through it. Cody, let's see. Could you make a YouTube channel? I already have a YouTube channel, Jimmy Kolb, YouTube. I have about 1,300 subscribers. Yeah. And I put content up there at least once a week, sometimes twice.
Normally he would be going live on YouTube for this as well. We just started that, but we did not have that up tonight.
We're just in a situation. I don't have 2 tripods. Yeah, we only have 2 phone chargers. It's just this.
But this will still go up. It'll just be audio, so you won't see him just sitting here.
Yeah.
But yeah, he does have a YouTube channel. Just look up Jimmy Kolb. You'll find him.
Yep. Let's see. Cody Plum. I'm competing raw, but only because my arm bone still has cracks in it. Oh, Jesus. You are still monitoring that, right? You're getting checked every week. I think you said you were.
Still has cracks in it.
Well, yeah. I mean, Yeah.
I thought they had to like fully heal before they could take that shit off.
No, he gets it checked every week, I'm pretty sure.
Ah.
Please tell me you're still getting that checked.
But I have heard that like if you break your arm, I mean this is what the doctor told me when I broke my arm, was that your bones grow back like so much heavier and denser that like the chances of you breaking that same bone again are super low.
Okay.
Because I was like terrified after I broke my arm because it hurt so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And he told me that, and I was like, cool, so I can just like be a total jackass and I won't break again. And he was like, well, no, but you have a less likely chance. Yeah.
Marucci is awesome, bro. Yeah, it really is, dude. I use that shit. It's like a part of me now. Like it's just on me all the time.
Yeah.
Thomas, damn indeed, over 18 million people. IPF has like big monopoly here.
So he's saying like IPF is really big overseas. But you
Makes
could lift
sense.
like WPC, right?
Calais and Emma, they do the WPC meets where you can lift multiply and stuff.
Where are you at, Thomas? Is he in Holland?
No, UK or where are you from, Thomas? I know where you are.
But yeah, Emma and Calais run WPC, and you can definitely use band shirts there because that's where he got his 1,000-pound bench, and she got her 550,
250 kilos or something. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see here. How tall am I? I'm 5'5". Let's see.
How wide are you?
Cody, I don't know.
We've never measured that. We should measure to see how wide your back is.
Cody Plum, yeah, I get an X-ray on Wednesday.
Cool.
Okay, good. Don't stop, please.
Ask your doctor. I don't know if I really want to know if that's like a thing. I'll Google it when we're off of here. But ask him if your bones are going to be stronger now.
Yeah. I checked WPC, but they apparently don't run here in the Netherlands. Okay, that's where you're from.
Holland
Katie is correct.
Okay.
Holland is the same. Okay.
See, I know things.
Yep. So, anyway, so yeah, but yeah, training is going fantastic. 325 is how much I weigh. Training is going really great. I have really big plans. Every single time I go to the gym, I have a very solid plan I want to hit. When I get there, I don't normally know what I'm doing until I get there. So this week, I think I'm going to go ahead and floor press. This past Wednesday was pretty cool. I didn't post it yet. I don't think I'm going to. It's just one of those things. It was cool, but I don't want to post it either. Patreon saw it. 2 Saturdays ago, I benched 800 pounds for 20 reps. And then on Wednesday, before we went on our trip, because I really wanted to fuck my body up before we had like all those days off, I hit 705 pounds in bench for 30 reps. I might put it on my stories.
I mean, we could post it.
Yeah, we'll see.
Post it as a reel.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't even think I've seen it yet.
You did, I thought.
Did I?
Maybe.
Well, you did it. I was packing for our trip. We were leaving early the next morning.
Maybe you didn't see it.
I might not have seen it.
So yeah, that was another rep PR by 13 reps. Because last time I did 700 pounds, I got 17. So I got 30. That was pretty fucking dope. It was 705. Even just a little bit heavier than normal. Yeah, GPC, Global Powerlifting Committee, is another choice overseas. WRPF, which is run through Russia. I think the Russian Raw Power. They have single ply, multiply, unlimited. So they allow it too.
Thomas just said though, like Netherlands as a country is not on the WPC members list though.
Okay.
So, I guess it depends on what he has like in his area. Like how we only have USPA here unless we travel.
Yeah. Cody says his surgeon said it will be stronger and I'll probably end up breaking the other one instead.
Let's hope not, bud.
Yeah, don't do that again, dude. Just keep yourself intact for me, please. Raw strength says 705 in a bloodline. So the red and black Widowmaker. I did 705 for 30 reps. Pretty happy about that one. That took a lot out of me too.
That's impressive.
Mhm.
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
For 13 more reps than...
Yeah.
So you're definitely getting stronger.
I haven't done 700 pounds since
too,
a year ago, but either way, but yeah.
But still.
As long as those rep PRs go up, that's what I'm looking for. Let's see. That was crazy. You looked like a machine all the way through 30. I got squirrely around 24 or 25. I started to get very fatigued, so I was able to hold on to it and keep going.
Were those last 5 like real struggle?
No, they were fast. You could see I was visually like getting tired.
You always hit a wall. and you're just like at a perfect rhythm. You're like boom, 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 boom.
I'll
boom.
show you.
And then you hit that wall, and you're like,
it was,
and I could just tell you're just like squeaking out the last like 4 or 5 reps.
It was 24. That's how it went. Yep.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it, but I can visualize it.
Let's see. Have you ever thought about strongman? Nope. I am not interested in strongman whatsoever, and I'm too short to be a strongman.
You like to watch strongman?
Oh, I love it. It's entertaining, and they're awesome. I've met a few of them in person. We're good friends with Bobby Thompson. He lives just 2 towns down from us.
We love watching him train.
But I'm not interested at all. Nope, and I'm too short. A short strongman, and today's strongman is considered like 6 foot or 6'2".
You would look so funny.
I'm not gonna do that shit. It's dumb. Beautiful. That's cool. I love that bloodline. I do too. I got a couple of them. I got the double loop and the single loop.
I've never heard it called that. The bloodline.
Yeah, well,
like the red stripe.
He said bloodline. Kennelly calls them the Deadpools because it's red and black.
Oh yeah.
Is it the bloodline? Yep. Thomas, I'll try to email the guys from the UK who you talked about, Emma, and see where that gets me for the future. Yeah, Emma and Calais Uleto James.
If you look them up on Instagram, they're Bench Incredibles. Mm-hmm. They just have a joint page. You'll see both their stuff. They're both absolutely amazing. 2 of our most favorite people ever.
They travel all around the continental Europe.
Absolutely
and host
love
meets.
them. Love.
So I'm guessing they'll probably be something in your area.
Yeah,
Thomas.
And she actually has the whole list of all of their meets for 2023. I can find it and try to send it to you, Thomas. But message them. It's just on Bench Incredibles, and talk to her about the Holland stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So that should be easy to do, and they're incredible people. Like I said, they travel. I mean, they travel to like all the different countries. They're hosting like.
Yeah.
I don't know how many meets she said they host a year, like 30 meets a year or something. I don't know, but so let's see.
It's a lot, yeah.
Hello, greetings. How are you doing? And I hope you are doing well. I'm doing fantastic. Thanks for asking. So, but yeah, so this week I want to go in and do floor press on Wednesday. I had a real dissertation with floor press for like my entire fucking life, and but I was always doing it raw. Then I got smart. I started adding tools to it. And then I started getting gains from it and not getting hurt and being beat up all the time. Mm-hmm. And my best floor press in the Bloodline Widowmaker is 1,000 flat. And it was very tough, very, very tough compared to doing it on a flat bench. So I want to try to go up to 1,000 pounds on Wednesday on the floor press and do it A, better, or also B, possibly for like a double and not just a single. That'd be cool too. So we'll have to see how it goes. Hybrid 6. What soft tissue work do you do to keep your elbows and shoulders good? Really, nothing for the elbows. I've done some elbow distraction, which is just hanging on to an overhead object with a bar sitting in the crook of my elbows, and let that kind of pull them down, and it distracts the elbow. That's something Donnie Thompson, Super D, puts out there for information.
We've done some like body tempering stuff with Dean and Alfredo for like elbow pain, but that's always been like above the elbow on the triceps.
Like, if you're hurting here, it's probably something below or above it that's actually causing the pain. But as far as like every week shoulders, we do the Donnie Thompson shoulder protocol, which is taking a band on a vertical structure that's not going to get pulled over, and putting my arm through it, putting the band right here, and doing about 10 to 12 of these, 10 to 12 of these, and then 10 to 12 of these on each shoulder. And then I put my arm in it to where the band's around the back of my shoulder, and I'll chicken wing. He has a YouTube video about that.
Yeah, definitely check out Donnie's
Thompson, Super D.
5 Instagram pages.
Yeah, he has a few of them.
I don't know, but they all have really, really good information, and that's where Jim gets all of his stuff from when he's not working with Jericho.
Could you make a day in the life video?
We have tried.
Kinda,
we're not good at it.
I'm not interested in putting that information out on the internet, to be honest.
The day is boring. You know?
I eat, sleep, nap, eat, go to the gym, come home,
work.
sleep. And then we do our home business, t-shirts and stickers and whatever.
Yeah. Social, like, do your video
And that's
editing
it.
and...
So it's not exciting at all.
I feel like that's why we don't make one, is because
nobody
who
would be
wants to watch
interested.
you sit on the couch, yeah.
And these neck, shoulder, cushion, high shrug. My traps are crying right now. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. He's talking about the SSB highs shrugs. You have a SSB on your shoulders and you're shrugging with the bar on top of you. Instead of the weight pulling the traps down and shrugging up, pulling the weight up, the weight is on top of the traps and you're pushing the weight up off the traps. It's a lot different and they're awesome. So I'm glad that you are sore as fuck. That is great. Oh, we have a technical question. Didn't get to ask this weekend. Okay. I have an F6 and a Katana. Okay, very similar shirts. I like both, but I'm getting more out of the F6 right now. When will I know if I'm ready to swap to the Katana? Technical question. When would you swap? You probably won't know, dude. I mean, the thing is, the F6 is NXG Plus 2nd Gen, and the Super Katana is NXG Super Plus 3rd Gen. One layer of Katana is 26% thicker than one layer of F6. That's the biggest difference. It's thicker material. What?
Can I have the charger?
Oh.
I was trying to sign language to you.
I can't. You need to speak
you
words.
weren't picking up my language, but...
Nope, I did not. I just fucked up my fucking camera, too.
Oh,
Damn it.
sorry.
It's fine. I just have to...
I don't want to sit for...
There. No, so you probably won't know. You just gotta get into it and do it. It's not gonna be like this mythical barrier that you bust through, or this tall tale sign that I'm ready. You just gotta do it. You might.
I mean, if the F6 stops working for you, switch to the Katana and see.
I mean, it is
how
more.
that goes.
The Katana is more aggressive.
Yeah.
I mean, these things are not fucking nice.
It looks innocent.
They're not. They're nice pieces, but they're not nice to you. This is actually my 1120 single ply shirt. These things are not fucking nice to you. These things are cruel. The F6 is a little bit more forgiving, but this fucker will destroy you, and it destroys me. And I'm gonna hang on to this for a while. This is my 1120, but so yeah, just try it. I mean, there's really no other way to do it besides just doing it and trying it. Paul offer, how about instead of using my RAM off 3-bar for 5 sets of 5, I use a single ply Widowmaker and do a high rep set to a 1 board or full range? I'd say do both. That's good for work capacity. That's good for building muscular endurance under heavy loads. But it has to be heavy. And that's where it comes into, if you go full range or 1 board, that's not limited range of motion enough. And that high rep is going to have to be like pretty lightweight as compared to 3-board, 4-board, or doing rack lockouts for like the top 2 inches of range of motion. Whereas I can do rack lockouts with 2 inches range of motion and do like 600 to 700 pounds for sets of 20 or 25, which is in multiple sets, like 100 total reps, 5 sets of 20 or something. So you can do both, but always do a mix of things. Don't just do one or do whatever. And just understand too, like the high rep thing is not designed to necessarily make you stronger. Like I said, it's meant to develop one of my 4 aspects of heavy benching: work capacity or muscular endurance under heavy load. There's still 2 more that you have to address: absolute strength and grinding capability. So you have to, I'm constantly switching and doing things different to address all of those different things. You can't just do one and expect to get stronger. Let's see. Oh, Ashley Condre. Oh, hi, Jimmy and Kate. Loving the show. You guys are awesome. Well, you guys are fucking awesome. Ashley Condre's on here. And Cody Plum. We got some Bench Monster fam on the Kolb Strong. This is actually going on YouTube. This is the Kolb Strong. This is Benching and Bullshitting. This is episode 14. This is not visual. This is just the audio going up, just with the circumstances we have tonight.
Because all our stuff is mostly still in the car.
Yeah. We drove 9 hours home from Massachusetts, and I did not.
We jumped in and I worked for like 10 hours today, and then you were at the gym and did some work, and we just learned to play catch up for a few days.
Yes, sir. Let's see here. Hey, thank you so much for this weekend. You're welcome. I learned so much. Got to go, but I'm going to be hearing a lot more of your streams. Cool. Every weekend. I didn't do this weekend because I was with you guys.
Yeah.
Usually on Saturday nights, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes if I can't do that, it'll be Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Thomas Undutchable, what's your experience with bench blocks on bars that are smooth as fuck in the middle? Because the best bars in my gym, knurling, rolling wise, are smooth in the middle. I think it would actually be better because you can get a handoff from somebody, and because it's smooth, the spotter can make a micro adjustment on the block.
Or it'll micro adjust itself as it touches you coming down.
If it has knurling in the middle, it's oftentimes hard to make it move. So I think having smooth in the middle is probably a better option, unless the bench block itself has been like
falling off.
Well, has been like thoroughly bored out by like constantly rubbing it on the knurling.
Yeah. And then if it's like falling off, then probably just like duct tape.
Yeah.
You know?
Cody Plum, I made a serious effort to extend my pin pressers rather than press off the pins. Good.
Hell yeah.
Was definitely different but more effective. Yes.
Isn't it harder, Cody? Like, I'm like, I can press so much more, but then when I have to actually like extend, it feels so weird and so hard that I don't want to do it.
Like,
but then I do get stronger.
When you're at the very top, if you're just doing the top 2 inches of motion, you can't do this. The pec does this.
You have to explain what you're talking about, or the podcast if you want to know what you're talking about.
I'm talking about extending versus pressing, and extending off of pins off of like 2 inches range of motion on rack lockouts. You can't use your pecs. You can't push. You can't. It forces you to have to use your tricep. You have to extend, not pec. The pec does this across the body. The arms, the triceps actually extend full length. The arms are the key to the bench, and yes, I am quoting Louis Simmons, rest in peace, because of that. On Saturday, okay. And Thomas, that's why I'm asking. I don't want the block to drop off or smash my face halfway. It won't.
No.
I mean, it would have to be so. If you put it on there and it fell right off, but if you put it on there and it stays, it's not going to come off.
Yeah.
If it's so worn down, I mean, the only way would if you put it on there and it falls off immediately, then I wouldn't use it, obviously. But otherwise,
I would probably just like pop it on and then put like duct tape over the bar. And the block, and it would just like stick on there.
Or even like the whole trick when you go to like take like a oil filter off of a car, and it's like you put like a cap on there to use your wrench, like a oil.
Or at that point, just put the bench block in your shirt.
That would work. Using that as an actual board, but just stick it under your shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Cody, it changes the exercise, but after Jimmy explains it to you, you understand why you need to do it that way to cross over to your bench.
Yeah,
yes.
I get it. It's just it's difficult.
It's not natural for humans to have triceps that overpower the chest and the shoulders, because these are very large muscle groups. But once you can, over time, make the triceps stronger than these things, your body will naturally rely on them to do the majority of the work. And I'm at my 2-minute warning, so I'm going to try to finish off here and get off here for you guys. It's been almost an hour.
Yeah, and what we can do after this, if you guys still have questions you haven't gotten to, we'll go ahead and put a question box up in stories, and then you can just ask your questions in there that he didn't get to tonight, and we'll answer them in stories tomorrow.
Yeah. So let's see. With Titan not making an evil twin, what's the next Titan multiply for me? I don't have a clue. I'm not really too concerned with Titan product. I think you're just multiply katana.
Yeah.
They have Boss.
Do they make a 2-ply F6?
They do. 2-ply F6, 3-ply F6. They got Boss shirts, Boss suits. They're just going kind of back. They're not doing the evil twin stuff, so now it's just going to be back to the old original katanas and things.
Yeah.
Gotta go. I see. I need to get one, but I don't want to always take wooden boards or need someone to hold my board. Just use the bench block. Just trust it. Mm-hmm. I promise you, it's not going to fall off. I'll eat those words if it does. But just test it. Put it on there. Move it around. Move it back and forth. If it stays on there, you're good to go. You should be fine, Thomas. And then Paul, did you see my video of the 320 for 25 reps using my Ram to a 3 board? I actually passed out afterwards. Yeah, because your body was in shock because you don't normally do that shit. I did see it. That's good shit. That's good work capacity. That's good for building the muscular endurance. I am at my 20-second mark. I'm going to go ahead and sign off of here. I don't want to waste y'all's night. It's just the beginning of the week. Please have a good, strong, productive week at work, in life, at the gym, whatever you guys do. I will see you all next weekend, actually on the weekend, Saturday night, 8 p.m. Take care. All right, that's all we have for today. If you have questions, comments, suggestions, email us, thekolbstrong@gmail.com. Include Power Podcast as the email title. Please subscribe and review this podcast if you haven't already. This helps us grow, and we appreciate all the feedback. You can follow for more content on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and all of those are at the same username, @KolbStrong. If you would like to send me a video of your bench for critique, some helpful tips, then go to our YouTube channel and you can just email me your video at thekolbstrong@gmail.com. Check out my website, kolbstrong.com, for bench programs, seminar applications, merch, events, and more. And last but not least, we have a nonprofit that we founded to help financially support young powerlifters, the Kolb Strong Scholarship. Would be really cool if you could check that out, share, donate, help us help the next generation of lifters. Just go to kolbstrongscholarship.com or follow us on Instagram at kolbstrongscholarship. That's it. Thanks for listening. And remember, our motto is never enough. Just because someone says you've reached the top doesn't mean you're done. You are the only one that can set your limitations. Have a great day.